This is the Canpur Silver Flash. Single DD IM, the budget set from Canpur, priced at 130 US dollars. So, background, I heard about it and I was curious. I've always been curious about the Canpur brand because, Summitfy, lots of good reviews. Never had a chance to hear any of them. So, I stumbled upon this at a local audio store called Mirai Audio, and they happened to have stock of it. And I just ordered it and got it delivered to me on the same day. Blind buy, give it a try. Let's see how it goes. If I don't like it, I'll sell it off and all that, right? So yeah, first impressions when I got it, is the box. Not the best impression, right? As it goes. Pretty standard, pretty basic. And when you open it up, that's what you get. So you get the IEM, you get the cable. There's a DAC here, a dongle, essentially for, I suppose if you don't have an additional dongle, and I guess the idea is to target new audiophiles, people who are just getting into the hobby. And I think it's useful, it's pretty good, but I mean, I've tried it, I put it on for like 30 seconds, it didn't make an impression on me, so I've done my testing mainly using my DAPs and my amplifiers and all that. So yeah, if anybody else has used it more, yeah, please feel free to chime in. No case, it's just a little pouch here. Only one set of tips, but I do find them pretty useful, and I do find them actually quite in line with the sound signature and very well matched with the IEM. I have tried various tips with it, including wide bores and narrow bores and all that, but I think, depending on your preference for sound signature, but the included tips are pretty good. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself by going all over the place, but let me tell you then about, before that, let's talk about the cable. Yeah, it's a little bit stringy. I wasn't very impressed. But hey, it's $130, right? And it's not easy to attach. It's not just me, but a few other people have also said that attaching the cable is a bit tricky. It takes a bit of effort and care because you don't want to bend or break the pins. So I think one option is to just use other cables, because in campus marketing they actually say play with different cables to get different sound signatures. So they're aware of that, and they've just included probably just to let you have a cable to listen to it. But the cable is good. Apart from the way it feels and the way it's built, the sound that comes out from it is actually pretty good. It's not you don't need to use an upgrade cable or whatever. If you're a cable believer or not, it's up to you to think or decide. But to me, it works pretty well. So let's get into the sound. The sound signature is warm and balanced, leaning towards more warm, and not a very bright and sparkly IEM, but it has a very, very nice tonality to it, very natural. Instruments are presented in a very natural way. Your drums, your guitars, your plucks, piano, everything comes out very, very naturally and very true to life. So that is the key strength of this set. The warmth might come from the bass, I suppose. So it's not a sub-bass focus IEM. Mid-bass is a bit stronger, which gives you a bit more slam, a bit more impact for drum hits and all that. Sub-bass is there to support the mid-bass, but not the strongest. So here's another point. You might need to use a bit more power to tidy it up, because I find that the sub-bass or bass in general can get a bit gloomy if you are not giving it the right amount of power. It's not, it doesn't show its best character, but if you add some power to it, it tightens it up. So consider that when you're demoing the set, or if you're thinking of buying it, it does help. So the attack, again, if you have enough power, the attack tightens up, so it doesn't get a bit pillowy and all that. But decay is nice. So decay has the right speed. It's not fast. It has the right amount of slowness to make instruments sound natural and real, especially bass hits and bass guitar plugs. So I think, yeah, I think the bass presentation is actually pretty good. Moving on to the mids. So the mids, I think, will be the highlight of the set because it's warm and it's very natural. Male vocals have the right amount of weight to it. Female vocals are also presented clearly, transparently, and there's a right amount of texture and detail that comes through from both male and female vocals. It's not the most detailed IEM. You don't get super textured tonalities or inflections and vocal movements, but you can hear it if you really want to. And I think if you use the right source, like putting on tubes, does kind of emphasize that a bit, and it does come out. My favorite part, definitely the mids when it comes to vocals. Treble is it's okay, it's smooth. It does have a certain amount of air. Sparkle, shimmer, not so much in terms of sparkle and all that, but I suppose extension, I would prefer a more extended treble, but it's fine. It doesn't, it sounds natural. It sounds like something that you can listen to for a long time without getting fatigued. It doesn't sound dark at all. It absolutely doesn't sound dark. And the treble is enough to support the rest of the frequencies. Soundstaging is decent. It's pretty good. Wide enough, not the widest I've heard, but again, it's $130 set. So, but it does allow space for all the instruments to show through, to play their role, including I would say height. It's tall enough. Depth is okay. Not the deepest sounding soundstage I've heard. Again, $130, but very decent. Separation and layering are pretty good on this set. I would say imaging is actually very good on this set. It has you can pinpoint instruments in all the various spots it's meant to be, and it's a nice surprise to hear things pop up in certain spots that you on a weaker IEM you might not hear that there, but this comes through very nicely. What else is there? I think technically speaking, that's pretty much what I can say. Very impressive, not just for the price. It's pretty impressive for what it does. Comparisons. So the closest comparison would be Dita Prelude, which essentially kind of targets the same market, where you're looking at beginner audiophiles or people who are stepping up from the below $100 price range up to $200. So both target the same market, but both present the sound signatures a bit differently. The Prelude tends to be a bit more a cleaner, more neutral sound. It doesn't have as much warmth or bass as the Silver Flash has, and it seems to be targeted at a more analytical crowd rather than something that is more for warm, longer listening sessions. They do have certain similarities because technicalities in terms of, say, resolution, detail, all that, I think they're both pretty close, which is something I forgot to say. But resolution and detail from the Silver Flash is okay, it's decent. Again, not top of the line, obviously, but it's decent, it's there. You don't feel like you're missing on anything at all. And I would say the same for the Prelude. Prelude might do slightly better than that because it's a bit brighter, so I think maybe that helps to push things through a bit better. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I think if you're in the market for something below $200, this is $130, so it's below $150. You can't go wrong with this. I was really taken by surprise. When I bought it, I bought it based on the Canpur name, because it was an opportunity to get it, and I didn't think, I was gonna buy it, review it, sell it off, and then move on to the next IEM. But I'm keeping this. So it doesn't, of course, meet the technical capabilities of my other IEMs. The next one that I frequently play with the U9 Chue, that is a bit more technical, but this sounds more coherent, obviously, because it's a single DD. It obviously doesn't get to any level above like the Unique Melody Maven 2 and all that. But I would say if you're looking at something below 400, this is an excellent IEM to consider. And if you are just basically looking for something based on the sound signature I've described, and you are thinking, hey, should I buy it? It's $130, buy it. $130, right? You should. Yeah, I recommend this. Thanks for watching. See you next one.